Hello and welcome back everybody to the never-ending demo, also known as the human Reignition project. Yeah, I'm totally edgy today. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? Just once, it would be nice to have a proper goodbye with someone, instead of being hastily abandoned. At least she didn't try to drag me along with her. True. She may have thought I was joking, but I fully intend to get at least another hour's sleep. Sugar rush be damned. I'd say goodbye to Yukino, but she has vanished into the back of the store again. Guess that is that. I leave the empty store and quickly head for home. Since I saw Setsuna, I've been calling Shion every day. How does that make sense? Did we promise her that? Or just, I don't know how. She had never answered my calls though. So with no better ideas, I decided to try the address on the card I got from Kojo. But what? What? I don't really get... Shion was the pink-haired one, right? Right? Or am I totally stupid? But why doesn't she answer? I don't know. Maybe I missed something, or I forgot something. Oh, apparently the pink-haired Japanese girl works in a pub. Ah. Oh well, there are worse places to be, definitely. That's how I found myself outside this bar. I've been skeptical since I saw it, but there's no denying it's the right place. I pull on the aged brass handle, and the ornate door yields without issue. It stinks of liquor, says the Ambrosi donut dict. Ha! Don't judge if you're the one to be judged. The furnishings and ambience remind me of a Sky Lodge out of an art house film. I occasionally go out to dive bars with Kyutaro. What are dive bars? Is that something futuristic or a word I don't know? But the decor here puts them to shame. The barkeeper glances in my direction, but doesn't stop cleaning glasses. I realize I'm standing in the doorway and take a seat at the bar. Everything here looks like it would have been hip and modern a few decades ago, bartender included. I can't tell whether it's deliberately old-fashioned or just old. Oh! Didn't Shion tell us a story of her meeting Kojo and people like in a bar once before? On a restaurant or something? Maybe it was here. Like this her parents' bar or something like that. I must have taken too long to speak up because the bartender sets his glass down on the counter and saunters over. What will it be? Can I just get some water? You got it. He fills a glass from the tap and slides it in my way. I sip at it a while. I sip at it while he returns to cleaning. Hey, would you know of a girl who works here? I suppose. Would you know of a girl who works here? Long hair, sorta quiet. Her name is Shion. I'd like to think so, since I own the place. But I'm sorry. No one like that who works here. Who told you she did? No one. She dropped a business card with this place's address, so I figured she might work here. No, sir. Is she an old fling or something? Nah, just doesn't seem like the fling type. She's a new friend, I guess. That's overstating it some, but I don't want to get into... Jesus, what is wrong with me right now? To get into the specifics with him. Somewhat disappointed, I return to sipping my water. It's disappointing too. Tastes like iron. While I'm deciding whether to finish it, the stool beside me is pulled back with a squeak. Afternoon, Mr. Mogami. Well, if it isn't Shion, what can I get you? Oh, so she is, always there, guest. So she basically never leaves the bar, I see. The bartender gives me a smile reminiscent of Setsuna. Oh, and I think your friend here was looking for you. Just the... She trails off. Wearing an expression usually reserved for horror films, she swivels to face me. Hey. What? Her eyes widen and she pulls back to the far end of her chair. Is this who you meant? She doesn't work here. Mr. Mogami chuckles and walks away. Stupid bartender man, screwing me over here. I suspect he isn't making this any easier on poor Shion. Shion tries and utterly fails to hide her shock. Oh, Ken. Hi. Hi yourself. What's somebody like you doing out here? Oh, I was just... As if to answer my question, Mr. Mogami lays a strong smelling drink in front of her and returns to cleaning the counter just an arm's length away. Huh. I stare at the glass. Shion squirms, pointedly looking at anything and everything else. I was just... Her face reddens with frustration, points for effort. I didn't take you for the bar-hopping type. Come here often? She shifts her gaze to the menu, turning redder with each flip of the page. Aren't you going to drink your drink? Messing with Shion is deeply satisfying. I grin for the entire minute it takes her to turn back to me. First of all, you're an asshole. Second of all, if you didn't want people to meet you here, why the fuck do you write this address on your fucking card? Ken. Yes? I need you to promise me something. Can we keep this a secret? Secret? This is not even... I don't know, man. I don't know. Probably should stop. I'm planning for 2 or 3 hours right now and I start reading nonsense. That always happens. You shouldn't overdo it, people. You shouldn't overdo it. Can we keep this a secret? Just between you and me? And in case nobody else looks for my fucking address on the fucking card? I figured you'd say something like that. You can relax. I won't talk. Though you shouldn't be embarrassed about it. Go ahead and enjoy your drink. Here, you can have it. He shoves the slender cocktail glass towards me. Afraid I can't do that. I'm on official business. Can't talk for long. Business? Yeah, something like that. Group stuff. Top secret. It's not like I can say, Kojo told me to come find you, and keep my dignity. Ken? She speaks imploringly. I already said you don't have to worry. The events of this bar will not leave the premises. Relief spreads over her face. She's awfully trusting, considering I haven't done anything to earn it. But really, how did you know I was here? What, I can't find you accidentally? Her eyes make it clear I'm not helping. I sigh and place the business card on the bar. I can't tell you where I got it, but I'm sure you can guess. Oh, Kojo gave... I see. Okay. That makes kinda sense. She looks at it, puzzled. Shion looks at me, her eyes a mix of confusion and worry. Ken, where did you get this card? I just said I couldn't tell you. Her stare continues. Now it's my turn to feel uncomfortable. She probably thinks I dragged through her belongings or followed her home one night. I bring a palm to my forehead. This isn't how I'd imagined this playing out. She's a bit slow, alright. Alright, it was Kojo. He found the card at the last meeting. Did he send you out here? Yeah, he asked me to get to know people. I couldn't bring myself to say no. It's okay. You just wanted to help. I nod toward the untouched drink on the encounter. Well, now you have some dirt on me too. What? That's not... It's not about that. I have your word, and that's good enough for me. It's good to help people. I mean, as mentioned, you're a bit cliched, Shion, but at least you're a nice lady, you know? I'm cool with you. And since Setsuna is no-go area, I don't know, Hitomi. Oh well, we'll see. In the end, it will probably be some kind of decision. I thought this would make me do this, and then it makes me do something else. That's always how my Let's Plays with visual novels work out. She looks at her drink for a moment, lost in thought. But it's strange, isn't it? Kojo knew I'd be here. She sighs. I don't get it. I wouldn't worry about it too much. The guy's a head case, but I think he means well. Maybe he's just trying to help too. I stand and stretch, turning to face Shion. I'm sorry to have to cut our chat short, but I wasn't kidding about not having much time. I'll leave you to your fun. Enjoy your drink. Really? I push the glass towards her and start toward the door. I gesture over my shoulder, not waiting for a response. I see. Oh, now we're meeting with Hitomi. The movie theater where I'm supposed to meet Hitomi is closer than I thought, so I'm a little early. It's the only one I know, so this was the obvious choice. As usual, there isn't a line. If not for the up-to-date marquee, anyone would think the place was abandoned. I hold my phone against the vendor screen until there's a beep and a ticket for Through the Pouring Rain wears out. I rip off the ticket and head inside. Yeah, it's cool what you can do with phones. I mean, I don't know, probably you can't do that like that in cinemas these days. But you can do so much shit with phones. Like, you hold your phone onto something, I don't know, a box of cheese. If cheese is sold in boxes in your country, anyway. And it tells you which cow from which cow the milk is from, you know what I mean? It's amazing, it's mind-blowing. Like, I feel myself like an old man. I did not have a mobile phone until I was 13 years old. I did not have internet until I was 12 years old. That's like mind-blowing to me. Anyway, I've never watched a film with someone else before. Never? Wow. I'm tempted to go straight to claim a seat, but I think it might be more courteous to wait. Besides, it's not like we're at risking of having the best spots taken. So I suppose everybody watches these films at home these days. Or your days. I pace the lobby, wondering if there's anything else I should do. Do we sit next to each other? Was I supposed to pay for a ticket? Yeah, that is actually a thought that could have come sooner to your mind. Eventually, I begin browsing the posters plastered around. She said she hadn't done this before either, right? It should be fine. Hey, Ken! I whip round and find Hitomi skipping through the entranceway. Am I late? She turns her head in mild panic, apparently searching for a clock. No, you're early. We both are. Oh, awesome! I'm left wondering what to say next. I have to fight off the urge to jokingly order Chinese. It would have been, I guess. Yeah, not the smartest thing, but wouldn't have been horrible, I guess. She seems as clueless as I am, fidgeting in silence. Grab some snacks if you want, I'm going to scout out the theater. Hitomi hesitates as I head for the hallway. I'll meet you in there, it shouldn't be hard to find. The auditorium is as empty as the lobby, but I still feel immeasurable satisfaction at getting the seats right in the center. I personally like to sit in the far back, but that's just me. As the screen flickers to life, a yellow splotch appears from the doorway. Oh, awesome! Good seats! Her peppiness makes it hard to detect sarcasm. You're just in time. Hitomi settles in while lights and trailers bombard the empty room. I really hope Bovenzi isn't still in his awful experimental phase. Hey, I know it flopped, but I didn't mind. Love dangerously. It was just 2 hours of Bovenzi beating the audience over the head with his stance on immigration. Yeah, I hate that too. Not immigration. Not immigration, mind you. Jesus, no. One of the greatest books I have ever read in my whole life was War and Peace. But in the last third, Tolstoy, the author of War and Peace, of course, beat you so much over the head with his standpoints on war. I mean, through the first 2/3, you really got the idea that war is the most horrible thing ever. Just because the way he described the conflict and stuff like that. Does he need a narrator who says all the time war is bad in the third third? Is that necessary? No, it isn't. So, I'm with you, Hitomi. It had realism, you know. Alright, but please don't tell me you enjoyed 50 Caliber. Liked it? What was it? That fight scene between the dentist and the brooms? I couldn't stop laughing. Apparently it was symbolic of his triumph over his ordered lifestyle. The only thing tragic about the abomination was that it exited. We chat and laugh our way all through the previews. The theater lights dim as the intro credits roll. Oh, it's starting. The film opens to a bleak afternoon sky. Panning down, we see a man sprawled out on a hill. He begins a dramatic monologue, comparing his life to that of Rasputin. It starts to rain. Hitomi is already transfixed, motionless except for her breathing. That looks kinda cute, like she's really hard concentrating. On screen, the cameras jump to a small cell. Our hero lies in a corner, on the brink of death. A uniformed woman stares into the cell. So he's some kind of prisoner, right? Shut the fuck up, Ken. I whisper, even though it's an empty theater. Hitomi leans over, her eyes still forward. I think he's a soldier. A prisoner of war or something. Yeah, the music makes me think something like that as well. What was the point of that stuff about Rasputin? She shrugs. Symbolism, I bet. Maybe he's a Russian soldier. The protagonist and his love interest stand along the fence of an internment camp. I'm trying to focus on the film, but every time Hitomi shuffles, I find myself checking on her from the corner of my eye. A group of soldiers are beating the hero senseless. I sympathize with them, but I'm lost as to why they're doing it. Concentration is not your strong point, huh, Ken? With his long coat blowing in the wind, the hero stands on a hill, lit up by sunset, watching an old fortress burn. You know what would be awesome? I mean, this is the demo, I know that. But I really hope in the full-fledged version, there will be pictures for that. That would be actually cool. Like, we actually see the movies. I mean, I don't want something animated, but just the pictures, you know? There's the sound of a gun being cocked, and the camera pans to reveal the love interest holding the weapon to his head. No, how could you? The hero is changed to a fixed seat while he and the love interest talk in a dark room. The sound of heavy rainfall permeates the scene. The love interest reveals she's a triple agent and tells the guards to leave. She locks the door behind them and rests against it. The love interest then goes into carefully deliberations regarding her actual role in the war. She is in fact a quadruple agent. The scene cuts to the Prime Minister's tour of a camp assembly. He's giving a speech to the guards and soldiers on the necessity of the war. The camera pulls back, revealing our hero being escorted to a firing range. From the mechanical crackle of the camp loudspeakers comes a war cry. To defy the will of the world, we will cry out story until the end of time. Never forget. A confused member of the firing squad removes the sack from the prisoner's head, revealing the tear-stained face of the love interest. What? Seconds later, the camp erupts into flames, and an armed force rips into the camp. The firing squads turn their guns back to the camp, sprinting in and shooting. Amidst the chaos, we follow a man in uniform as he leaves the radio building and drives off in an armored car. The camera switches to a view of the radio room. Scribbled on a piece of paper are the words, "Remember me." The camera zooms and the sounds of battle continue even after the screen cuts to black. What nonsense. This is a prime example of films and movies I hate, you know? I don't even hate stupid movies. You know, like, I don't know, Rosamunde Pilcher or something. I mean, that shit is stupid, but nobody denies it is kinda stupid, you know? Or Nicholas Sparks, everybody knows that's for little girls who want to read a love novel. It's all okay, I have nothing against it. But like, stuff like that, like, he's a quadruple, triplet, super mega agent, and in the end, the one who got shot was the love interest. It's like, it's so over the top, and I'm like, come on. Shock is not... a shock moment is not more worth than a whole plot, you know? A shock moment can be good in a plot, but it's not the thing that the plot... the plot is not about the shock. There we go. Jesus. I really need to stop after this episode. So I'm so sorry. I'm really so sorry. Whoa. I stand up in the afterglow of the credits. Hitomi stands too, equally speechless. I always remember, I work, I'm tired, and English is not my mother tongue. I do my best, people. I do my best. Everything in the lobby seems so much brighter. Oh my god, that was awesome. I don't think so. I feel a smile spread over my face. They weren't kidding. Instant Bovenzi classic. To defy the will of the world, hear our cry. Hitomi giggles at my terrible impression. Definitely a perfect 10. I love that he brought back the sense of subtlety. At the beginning, right? I didn't understand the Rasputin part until right at the end. Wow. I bet he invented saying something in the end that goes around, in the beginning that goes around and comes back in the end. Not just that. The whole story was about the hero's struggle to come to terms with his failing as a father. I definitely did not catch that. You need to be putting all of the plot elements together while you're watching, Ken. That's a vital part of the movie watching experience. There's such a thing as an interpretation, you know. I was just a little distracted. I've never been to a film with a girl before. I can feel myself flushing. Those weren't choice words. Yeah, it's like a teeny thing to say, but hey, you're honest. It's no big deal. Looking up, Hitomi is a shade redder as well. Oh, well, just pay more attention next time, okay? I hadn't really considered the idea of a next time, but who knows what the future holds. Sure, I'll keep that in mind. Hey, how about that twist though? I hadn't really been picking up all on the little things, but I could tell when they were in that room that something was up. The triple agent part. Oh yeah, totally. Completely edge of my seat. Yeah. Anyway, who am I to judge a fictional movie in a fictional game? And movies are fictional in general. I almost want to go watch it again, you know? I bet it's one of those movies that's better the second time. But as fun as that would be, I need to be getting home. Yeah, me too. Real life is a real bummer, huh? Tell me about it. It hits me that I've never thought of Hitomi as a regular person, but today I feel I caught a glimpse of the real human behind the uniform. That was fun. Thanks for coming with me. I had a good time too. It's good to be able to discuss films with someone like this, you know. She nods with great enthusiasm. How far do you live from here anyway? I could walk with you. No, it's okay. My place is super close. Alright. Then I guess I'll see you around. You bet. Oh, and don't forget to stop into the restaurant again sometime. Hitomi sprints off a few steps, turning to me with a wave. Yeah, I suppose that's her. Bye, Ken. Thanks again. With a quick salute, I start walking away. Feeling proud of myself, I start the long trek back home. My shift the next day lasts forever. I watch the seconds on the clock tick down until I can leave. When it finally hits 5, I yawn and yank off my apron. The store is empty, except for me and my replacement, we exchange nods as I clock out. Good luck, person whose name I ought to know. May you somehow keep yourself awake. I make some gestures and set my contact GPS to Cold Zone. I started thinking about Yukino after my last talk with her. Originally I thought she was just quiet, but then it hit me that she's not only been that way when surrounded by other people. If she's uncomfortable with crowds, then maybe Kojo was right setting me to talk to everyone one-on-one. I don't even know if she's working, but lacking a better plan, I sent her a message to let her know I'm swinging by Cold Zone. And what he talks with Yukino about, we'll see next episode. I guess Yukino is not really like shy, but more like she rather just doesn't care, you know. Anyway, we'll see what actually is going on with Yukino next episode. Once again, thank you everybody for watching and come back for the next part. And I'll see you then. Bye bye.